The Earth might be bigger than we thought. For years, people have debated over the shape of the Earth, if it is round or flat. Now, this might just all be a conspiracy, but what if the Earth had more than just 7 continents? And Antarctica was just a giant ice wall that kept us from seeing the rest of the continents? What if once you made it past the ice wall, you'll find the 20 continents that are really being hidden from us? And what if there was a map that showed this? There are theories that these continents contain prehistoric animals, aliens, and advanced civilizations, and that the 7 continents that we are living in is actually a giant farm or business owned by a small handful of families that make up the filthy rich in the real world, or in the other continents that we don't know about. That is why.
Which is the most disturbing Fermi paradox solution and why? The dark forest theory. The universe is full of predatory civilizations, and if anyone announces their presence, they get immediately exterminated, so everyone just keeps quiet. Our solar system is simulated and all outside input is simulated as well, creating an illusion of a universe. Signs of life is simply not included in our test suite. I find disturbing the idea that maybe the universe is just too damn big, so asking why we haven't found anyone is like a guy on a life raft in the middle of the Atlantic asking where all the boats are. Carbon-based life is actually the rarest form of life. The universe is full of life, but it is not detectable or is so different than us that we won't call it life. Technology is the great filter. In classic tragic fashion, what we achieve destroys us. That's sad. And entirely plausible. That the great filter is actually a long time in our past and we truly are alone. To me that would be very sad and disturbing. There is no great filter. It's just us. Most life elsewhere in the universe is photosynthetic or chemosynthetic because it's more practical. Earth is a horrifying nightmare world where everything is eating each other, so intelligent life hides from us and probably debates glassing the planet. We do not exist. You are simply a lump of brain in a dish that is being fed an invented universe as a sort of game some creature is playing. There is no exotic physics and we are approaching the limits of technology. Faster than light travel and communication is impossible, industrial fusion turns out to be impossible, cryonics and AI turns out to be impossible. Then we are left to die on this planet from resource depletion and climate change. The end. This is the most simple and depressing solution. That those dreams of space empires weren't just scrapped by politicians, but that they were impossible in the first place. Intelligence is an unstable state. Any species that attains intelligence solves all their problems and then there's no need for it anymore and it evolves out of the species. Like idiocracy but on a universal scale.
Did you know there's actually 3 different types of deja vu?
I hate when I have deja vu.
Yeah, so we all know regular deja vu. It's like when you see something that you feel like you've seen before, but you actually never have.
Right.
But there's actually other forms of deja vu that everyone has experienced, they just don't know the real name.
I never knew there was different types.
Okay, so first is deja entendu, and that's when you hear something new that you think you've heard before, but in reality, you never have. So maybe it's like a song you've never heard before, but you actually think you heard it. Then there's deja visite, which is actually when you visit somewhere new, but you feel like you've been there before. So maybe you go on vacation, but for some odd reason, you feel like you've been in that same exact spot before.
That is trippy.
Yeah, and next is deja goûter, which is actually when you eat something that you think you've tasted before, but in reality, you never did. So maybe you're trying a food for the first time in your life, but for some reason, it tastes really familiar.
This for sure has happened to me.
The Mandela effect. The Mandela effect making us question memories from back when, or are they just false memories that our brain have somehow curated? What about Jif peanut butter? Wasn't it Jiffy? And Curious George's Tale is another. Where did that go? Remember this popular show? It was actually Sex and the City, not Sex in the City. Who else thought that Febreze was actually spelt with 2 E's and not just one? Look at the Oscar Mayer logo. Why is there an A in it now? Did this change? On the popular shoe Skechers, since when did they ditch the T and replace it with a CH? Is it just me, or did Pikachu at one point or another have black on his tail? What about Kit Kat bars? I swear there used to be a hyphen in between Kit and Kat. This one I'm positive. It was Cheez-Its, never Cheez-It. What is happening? Do you guys believe something is happening, or are these just false memories?
Hold on, I can't see. What the hell is that? It's like, what the hell? Is that a leaf? No. What the hell? I don't know what that is. What the hell? I don't know. I'm gonna have to get closer. I can't see what the hell that is. That is so creepy. It looks like it's spinning. It's hanging on by what? It's slow. What the? Hold on. Hold on.
Alright, let's talk about Nikola Tesla's most extreme inventions. Number 1, the thought camera. Do we have the ability to read minds? Nikola Tesla thought there was a way. He developed the concept of a machine that would have been able to project a mental image by reading a person's retinas. This invention didn't work, but in recent years, scientists have developed technology to reconstruct people's memories from brain scans. Number 2, wireless energy transmission. One of Tesla's biggest ideas was creating technology to wirelessly transmit energy for free on a global scale. He built Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island with the aim of providing wireless electricity to New York City, but lost funding shortly into the project. Alright, number 3 is probably one of Tesla's most innovative and mysterious inventions, involving a kind of flying saucer. That's right, in the 1890s, he did the basic research in constructing an electromagnetic field lift and drive craft that would have no wings and not be affected by air currents. It also would have been powered by his wireless energy system, which never came to pass. Number 4, the earthquake machine, or Tesla's oscillator. This steam-powered device would generate electricity with its vibrations. Allegedly, while calibrating the machine, it created an earthquake that shook the nearby city block and his laboratory so much that the building almost came down. Tesla was forced to destroy it. Number 1 is Tesla's superweapon, the death ray, which he dubbed the Teleforce. Supposedly, this was a weapon which could send concentrated beams of tungsten particles through the air with enough energy to take out enemy aircraft or entire armies from 200 miles away. But what do you think of Tesla's inventions? Like, comment, and follow for part 3.
After the end of an interview, this UK politician walks away with a distinctly red briefcase. However, once he passes this parked car, the case now becomes green. Weirder still, you can see the colour is still red, just before he comes back into frame. Viewers were obviously confounded, with some claiming it was evidence of government manipulation. Whatever the case, the mystery doesn't end there. Only a few minutes earlier, the briefcase literally transformed in front of the camera, this time from green to red. Is it possible that this is video evidence of a glitch in the Matrix? In the aftermath of the 2017 Mexico City earthquake, it was the Enrique Rabasman School that made international headlines. In a story that gripped the nation, rescuers made massive efforts to free Frida Sofia, a little girl they'd found trapped in the debris. Bizarrely, however, it was later discovered that Frida didn't exist. So who did rescuers see and talk to? Eerily, whatever the answer, people later unearthed this creepy news coverage, in which a face can be seen in the wreckage. Just who was this child? A spirit who died years prior to the earthquake, or something far worse?
Here's some of the greatest conspiracy theories of all time. Michael Jackson, also known as the King of Pop, was one of the most popular singers, songwriters, and dancers of the 20th century. Made famous by his voice, songs, and the also famous moonwalk, he became an all-time favorite amongst society. On June 25, 2009, less than 3 weeks before his This Is It show, Michael Jackson died from cardiac arrest in his home after being given various medications by his personal physician, Conrad Murray. However, the video you are seeing now was taken on the same day of Michael Jackson's death, which shows what looks to be the famous pop star being escorted out of a coroner's van into a secluded area. Some might say that this happened before his death, but officials pronounced him dead at 2:26 p.m. Pacific time, and this video was taken at night that same day.
What is the scariest, creepiest theory you know about? The dark forest theory. This explains the Fermi paradox, why we haven't seen any other advanced life forms despite the vastness of the universe. Other advanced life forms don't send out signals into the rest of the universe because they're worried that something more advanced and dangerous is going to find them first. There's another idea that other civilizations know there's something out there but don't send any signals because it has no reason to not wipe out the entire planet. A lot of comments bringing up the Fermi paradox to explain the lack of evidence of extraterrestrial life, when by all accounts we should be seeing alien life all over the universe. Here's another unsettling explanation. If you're scuba diving above a coral reef, and you know that there should be fish all around you, but you don't see any, it's most likely that they have learned that for some reason it's important not to be seen. And since you're a newcomer to this environment, chances are it's not you they're hiding from. Edit. The number of scuba divers saying they've experienced this and then noticed a shark nearby is alarming.
One of the scariest theories out there is, what if when one person discovers the true meaning of life, it just completely ends for them or they enter some kind of other reality? Or what if it doesn't just end for that person? What if one person discovers the true meaning of life and our existence, the world as we know it completely ends for everyone, and we all get put into some kind of simultaneous reality? I think they're just really weird or not the same. But there's an even scarier theory. What if this has already happened? The reason the world right now is so messed up, and that's because this has already happened and we're living in some kind of strange dimension.